This countdown is live, and we're chasing the freshest cabin air you can get in your car. Today, I'm going to be going over the best car air purifier that you can get right now. All of the products mentioned are linked in the description, so check them out if you're interested in any of them. With that, let's begin. At number 5, we have the AirFeel Car Air Purifier. In the compact cabin world of modern driving, this device steps into the frame as a portable guardian that sits neatly on the dash or cup holder, quietly humming with a purpose to improve the air you breathe between errands and road trips. The AirFeel Car Air Purifier is built around a 3-stage filtration concept that most drivers will recognize as the backbone of practical in-vehicle air care. Pre-filter to catch larger dust and hair. A dense filtering stage designed to trap fine particles like PM02.5 and pollen, and an activated carbon layer that helps neutralize odors, cooking smells, and volatile organic compounds that linger after a long commute. What makes this unit feel advanced in its class is its real-time PM02.5 and VOC sensing, which informs the auto mode fan speed, letting the device ramp up when the cabin gets stuffy and quiet down when air quality improves, so you don't have to micromanage it. The compact form factor is paired with a low power draw, typically under a few watts, which means you can leave it running all day on most vehicles without worrying about battery drain. The device often ships with a simple cigarette lighter or USB-C power plug, and the built-in LED indicators give a quick read on filter life, refresh cycles, and power status. Sound level is kept at a gentle whisper in most normal driving scenarios, so conversations with a passenger aren't disrupted, and you're not chasing a low-frequency hum while listening to GPS directions. In practice, the AirFeel Car Air Purifier translates filtration science into everyday practicality. It helps reduce allergy flare-ups by removing fine particulates that trigger sneezing and congestion. It helps neutralize stale odors from long drives or a hot car with a lingering plastic smell. And it can be a surprisingly visible improvement for urban riders who must share vehicles with passengers who arrive with their own scents. It's also designed with safety in mind. The filter is accessible for easy replacement, and indicator lights prompt timely changes so you don't rely on guesswork. A notable advantage of this unit is its targeted performance for the confined, moving environment of a car, where drafts and doors opening can otherwise shuffle particulates back into the cabin. Compared to the MOOKA M01, which I have included as number 4 on this list, the AirFeel unit prioritizes compact, plug-and-play convenience and real-time auto-regulation over fragrance feature or a heavier fragrance cartridge that some shoppers look for in portable purifiers. The overall effect is a product that feels designed for real-world use. Simple to install, straightforward to maintain, and capable of delivering meaningful improvements to in-cab air quality without complicating your driving experience. At number 4, we have the MOOKA M01. In the lineup of car purifiers, the MOOKA M01 stands out as a compact, multifunction purifier that leans into a blend of filtration and user experience that casual drivers can quickly appreciate. The device typically adopts a 3-layer approach that includes a primary pre-filter to catch hair and dust, a high-density filtration layer aimed at trapping smaller particles, and a secondary stage designed to trap odors and VOCs with an activated carbon component. What makes the MOOKA M01 feel different is a built-in fragrance cartridge option that allows the user to introduce a light car scent while the filtration works away, creating a more pleasant cabin environment during longer trips. It's designed with simplicity in mind: a small footprint, a single button operation to switch modes, and a lightweight chassis that won't intrude on the driver's space. The MOOKA M01 also emphasizes user-friendliness through clear, readable status indicators and a straightforward replacement schedule that helps you keep the purifier performing at a high level without guesswork. In practice, this means you'll probably notice crisper air during rush hour, reduced odors after cooking, and a calmer cabin atmosphere when you're stuck in traffic or waiting at a long red light. The MOOKA M01's appeal grows from its balance of filtration performance and fragrance versatility, which is something the Arint car purifier and others in the family don't always emphasize. Compared to the Arint car purifier, which I have included as number 3 on this list, the MOOKA M01 tends to be a bit more compact and offers the fragrance cartridge as an optional enhancement rather than as a standard feature, which makes it attractive for drivers who want a customizable cabin scent without upgrading to a larger device. At number 3, we have the Arint Car Air Purifier. This model tends to emphasize robust filtration and a user-friendly interface that suits drivers who want a steadier, more transparent view of their air quality. The Arint unit typically embraces a 4-stage approach that can include a pre-filter, a true HEPA-style filtration layer, an activated carbon stage, and an optional ionization or UV-assisted component depending on the exact SKU. The result is air handling that feels more like a mini apartment purifier than a simple car gadget. delivering noticeable improvements in PM2.5 removal and odor neutralization across a broad spectrum of urban pollutants. Standout feature for many users is the easy install. It clips or mounts securely in the dash area with a tidy cable run and a compact silhouette that doesn't block sightlines or vent controls. The Arint Purifier is known for its intuitive control panel and clear indicator lights, signaling when to replace the filter or when to switch modes for sleep, auto, or turbo setting. In practical terms, these design choices translate into fewer interruptions on the road. You get steady airflow without harsh drafts. Your cabin remains more comfortable during hot commutes, and you retain the ability to adjust quickly if you're venturing into areas with heavier pollution or wildfire smoke. And you compare to the CLEVAST bamboo charcoal air purifying bags, which I have included as number 2 on this list. You can see how a plug-in electronic purifier pushes air through a filtration matrix, while the charcoal bags rely on adsorption to lower moisture and odors in a more passive way. Compared to the CLEVAST bags, the Arint Purifier offers faster, more directed filtration and a more immediate sense of air freshness after heavy cooking or city pollution. At number 2, we have the CLEVAST bamboo charcoal air purifying bags. These bags represent a different approach to car air care, one that leans on passive filtration and natural odor control rather than active electronic aeration. Each bag is filled with bamboo charcoal designed to absorb odors, humidity, and some airborne compounds by providing a porous surface that traps molecules as air passes near them. The appeal here is practical simplicity. No power requirements, no filters to replace, and the flexibility to place multiple bags around the vehicle, under seats, in the glove box, or in cup holders, so you can tailor the scent profile and humidity balance to your personal comfort. The bamboo charcoal concept shines in scenarios where you need ongoing, low-effort air improvement without adding weight to the electrical system or creating electronics in a shared or rental car. It's especially effective for damp mornings, after wet weather, or when you're transporting items with distinct odors. In daily driving, you'll notice a gradual improvement in cabin dryness and a reduction in stale odors, though the scale of air purification is more modest compared with a powered purifier in terms of PM2.5 capture or VOC neutralization. Bags are renewable, with many manufacturers offering reactivation in sunlight or slight heat, which helps restore adsorption capacity. Premium variants might combine several bags with different placements for broader coverage, but you should factor in the time needed for the charcoal to re-equilibrate after saturation. When you place these against a powered unit, you gain the advantage of zero noise and no energy consumption, but you give up the speed of odor and particle removal, especially for fine particulates and wildfire smoke episodes. Compared to the Timeage ozone generator, which I have included as number 1 on this list, the CLEVAST bags provide a more conservative and safer approach to improving cabin air, with a low-risk profile and no chemical byproducts, whereas the Timeage device uses ozone to oxidize contaminants, a process that requires careful handling and adherence to safety guidelines in enclosed spaces. At number 1, we have the Timeage ozone generator. This device takes a different route to in-car air cleaning, leveraging ozone generation to oxidize organic pollutants and neutralize odors, a method that can yield rapid, noticeable improvements in cabin freshness when used with strict safety procedures. The technology behind a Timeage ozone generator centers on producing controlled concentrations of ozone or ozone-forming molecules, which actively target smoke smells, cooking odors, and some microbial contaminants. In practice, you'll notice a stronger initial cleansing effect in the car interior after a drive or after an odor event, especially in confined spaces where odor molecules tend to linger. Trade-off with ozone devices is that they require careful operation. You typically run the purifier for short intervals with windows open or in unoccupied scenarios to avoid respiratory exposure. And you must monitor ozone output and filter materials to ensure that the system is not creating secondary issues. Timeage unit is portable, often compact enough to sit on a console or be mounted nearby without cluttering the cockpit. And it usually offers adjustable output levels or operation modes, so you can tailor the treatment to the car's size and your sensitivity to ozone. Practical benefits include the elimination of stubborn smoky odors and the possibility of diminishing certain types of bacteria or mold residues in a car that has endured damp conditions. The downside, clearly, is the safety hygiene. Ozone exposure can irritate the lungs and airways if misused, which is why this approach is best reserved for unoccupied spaces or used in a carefully controlled manner. You compare to the CLEVAST bamboo charcoal air purifying bags, which I have included as number 2 on this list. The Timeage generator provides faster, more potent odor elimination and a broader reach for volatile organics, but it demands a disciplined handling routine and a commitment to safe operation in a vehicle environment. For listeners who want a more conservative, maintenance-free approach, the bag option or the electronic purifier with filtration will be the safer and more convenient route. For those with strong odor challenges and a willingness to follow safety guidelines, the Timeage can offer a depth of treatment that other devices simply can't match.